Everything is spiritual, my boy. Everything. Because what does spiritual mean? What does that mean, though? What does spirituality or spiritual shit even mean? Well, spiritual breaks down to the act of breathing. So what is the breath? The breath keeps us alive. And when we release words, we release force fields, which have the ability to affect our reality, and how we communicate and speak has a direct connection to what we manifest and see. Everything is living. Everything. We learned this in fucking high school. Everything is vibrating. Nothing's at rest. So, if everything is vibrating and everything is moving and living, the very act of breathing is life itself, which is spiritual. Food is spiritual. How is food spiritual? Because the consumption of food raises and lowers you as a being. If you're consuming dead food, it is lowering you vibrationally, mentally. We are electrical beings, so we need electrical foods to charge our current. The current within us, our electromagnetic field. That's just like copper, silver, gold. They are superconductors of our electromagnetic field. So certain things will lower your electromagnetic field, and you won't even have the power to use your full capacity of a human. We are like fucking Super Saiyans in this bitch. Literally. That's why things are pushed in certain narratives, because our full ability is so powerful that the people that are in power want to stay in power, so they push certain things to where we don't become conscious creators. So food, when you eat, think about how everything is aware. They just don't have the imagination. That's the thing about being humans. We are able to imagine stuff. How the fuck did this light become about? First came a thought, then they put action to that thought. But they had to imagine it first. That's the whole thing about manifestation. People think, oh, I want $1 million, I want something, But you sit on your ass and you're not even doing nothing. That's not how it works. First came a thought, then action to that thought. So, when you consume an animal that was slaughtered in fear, you're going to consume that feeling and emotion, because energy can't be destroyed, only transformed or transferred somewhere else, or transformed into something else. You don't think that fucking pig that you just ate is fearful about to die? That would be goofy of you not to think that. So in that aspect, you're consuming a fearful thing, and real spirituality can't be rooted in fear. You have to be fearless. So if you're consuming something that's fearful, You're just taking on or embodying the life form that you just consumed. You are what you eat. Take that shit literally. You are what you eat. But us as humans, we are carbon based. What is carbon? Is 6 protons, 6 neutrons, 6 electrons. That is a alkaline diet. If you break down even veganism, it breaks down to save me. It's going to save you. So food is very spiritual. You can, for example, the aspect of water can be programmed to certain things in a frequency before you even consume it. Why are people praying over food? They are speaking life into that food. That's how powerful our words are. So yes, food is spiritual. What else we got? Nature is very spiritual. Because everything is emitting a frequency. Everything. And it's up to you as beings to become aware of what frequency you are consuming. What you do frequently becomes your frequency. Remember that. What you do frequently becomes your frequency. And then we break down. So symbolism is very powerful. Symbolism goes directly to our subconscious mind. Whether we know or are aware of a symbol or not, it affects us. And that's what the Egyptians knew. That's why they put symbolism on all the hieroglyphs and all that. It's symbolic of the anatomy of us, the power we have, and the things that we are able to do. Like, symbolism is everything, bro. For example, if we look at a cross, what does that symbolize? It symbolizes the death. However, the principles of a cross are nothing but masculine energy. Okay? The woman is so powerful. That's why they always take the power out of the woman, and they don't let us know that. Divine feminine are naturally able. That's why they have a real strong intuition. They are naturally connected. The fact that he can take a fucking sperm cell and create a fucking life. So you gotta, what the fuck was that? And you gotta act, what the fuck, y'all, I know y'all seen that shit. Oh, there's a bug right there. You gotta ask yourself, why did they take the power out of the woman? Why are they pushing a narrative of whores, bitches, sluts? There's a reason for that, because they know the power of a woman. Us as men, we are powerful as well. But women are naturally spiritual. If you look at it like, we're everything spiritual. However, a woman is naturally, it's natural for them to be in the state of mind, which is the right hemisphere of creativity and expression. And that's really how you create. That's why they want us to be left hemisphere dominant, which is logical thinking, mathematical, and all this shit, because it takes out how you really manifest, which is you put emotion behind the action and you feel things. They don't want us to feel. That's why 90% of people do drugs, and drugs are pushed so heavy, and alcohol is pushed so heavy, because if we're able to feel what's going on, you will see and you will know that when you're not numbing yourself with certain things, you see and feel everything. We're all empathetic. It's a natural, innate ability as humans, and it's not good or bad. It just is what it is. It's who we are. It's what we are. Empathy is a very powerful thing. And a lot of people can't feel because they're consuming drugs to numb themselves. They think they're having a good time, when in reality they're fucked up. But I genuinely love life. I've done a lot of self-healing, and I'm only 25, bro. And I'm going to get my voice out there. This is my first video, and I don't have a passion really to make money. I have a passion to become sovereign in every single aspect of life. And sovereignty goes a long way. Kyrie said, being sovereign. Having peace of mind, being sovereign. What does that mean? We all should be sovereign. We all should reach and want sovereignty. That is a big aspect of life, is to be sovereign. But there's certain things that makes this game a game. And that's one, you have to dismantle the matrix, which is just a subconscious reality, to pass the game. And what is passing the game? It would be pointless for us to come here and already beat the game. It'd be fucking pointless. There'd be no purpose of this experience and reality that we live in. We wouldn't come back here. So you have to fall in love with everything. Every experience you go through, you have to love it. Everything you see, you have to love it. And I'm not saying that the fucked up things that are happening here are loving, because our natural state is unconditional love. So things that happen here, it's just people that fell out of unconditional love. And I feel for them because I was once there. So I can't judge you for where you're at in your journey. It's just like there's many different rivers leading to the same body of water. However you get there, I accept everyone. I just want to enlighten people in a certain way of living. I'm not saying material shit is bad. I'm not saying none of that is bad. But to transcend, which is the purpose of us being here, to evolve and transcend as souls, we can't get trapped into our ego, lust, gluttony, material shit, instant gratification to certain things, drugs, all that shit is not going to help you transcend as a soul. At the end of the day, we came here to beat the game, but we came here to experience it and evolve as a soul. And that's where religion comes into play, because you're looking outside yourself for what's inside of you, which is God, what they say God, but I don't like using that word because it gives you a certain perception of it being a male, and there's no way anything in the nature of the creator of all this would be gender. It's genderless. It has to be genderless. It can't have a form. You're only a gender because you have a physical form. So God can't be a gender because it's an energetic consciousness that is a divine order of the universe that is in everything. And if the things here that are physical have a gender, how could something that's in everything have a gender of a male or a female? We are all gods manifested in the physical reality to experience certain different perspectives of this reality. And even you can take a step back and look at it like, how can God even be a male if we're breaking it down? But it doesn't make, none of it makes sense. If you look at it from an eye's view, it doesn't even make sense. None of that shit makes fucking sense to me. Religion is metaphors, allegories of astrology, metaphysical, the mind, and the physical body. That's all religion is. It's a guide. It's like a blueprint, or like a instruction manual for us and the stars and all that shit. But people take it literally, and they don't have the discernment to see what is actually being portrayed to them. So for me, it's like, so I'm living in Ohio, right? And I am currently 2 weeks away from moving to Colorado. And I have, well, my woman's there, but I don't have, it's like the universe is pushing me in the fucking unknown so much, I cannot ignore it. I'm accepting it with an open heart and open mind. And I'm going to lose a lot of people that love me, because the true definition of love is something that a lot of people can't even feel. So I empathize with them, and I see how. But I'm being pushed in the most amazing way to live in the unknown, to evolve as a soul, to let go of control and surrender control and accept things as they are, not as I wish them to be, in the most beautiful way. You gotta think about, a tree doesn't try to be a tree, it's just a tree. We are souls encapsulated in the physical body. We didn't try to do that, we did it. We are it now. So why are you trying to do anything? That's the thing. I just learned today about Taoism. Taoism was basically being an observer of everything. Being just observed. Don't. And I have done a lot of releasing of the ego, because that shit The ego would keep you in a certain mind state of, oh, I am what I achieved. I am the identity that I've created from what I have and what I've learned. That's all the mind is a tool. People don't use it as a tool, but it's a tool. It's going to be used regardless. How do you want to use it? And the ego plays a vital role in spiritual evolution because at the end of the day, it's an identity that someone told us, or we've created from what we've experienced, achieved, conquered, overcame, and it puts on layers. It's like layers of clothes to the point where them clothes become who we are, and we don't even know who we actually are as souls because the layers and layers that we've put on over the years of programming and what we achieved and what we conquered and things that we've learned, and it gives us a sort of identity. So you base your life on your ego, when the reality is you don't even know yourself because you're living a facade of what you have experienced and who you think you are and what you learned and what you accomplished, where you don't even know your actual divine soul. So what will happen? Bow. Back here. And we ain't doing that. Life is beautiful. Death is beautiful. Everyone's journey is unique. So if that's what you have to do, that don't fucking matter. You're gonna have to do it. It's okay. It's okay. There's just certain aspects that I've experienced now. Well, I am in spiritual solitude right now. I don't do much nowadays because I know that my purpose is deeper than material. Not even material. I'm going to have what I desire because that's, as humans, that's in our innate ability to have what we want. But as far as like, I was a very lustful person. I'm not lustful at all no more. I was very over-consuming food, like meats, processed foods, sugars. I don't eat meat no more. I don't eat dairy. Cutting out the sugars. But that's just on the material. What, like, the introspection is is where you really find the divine nature of who we are. And it's so beautiful, bro. And it's when you have certain experiences that it's so difficult to even explain to people. Like, there's levels to this spiritual shit. Like, having knowledge and intellect is not being spiritual. And I had to learn that because I was always striving to be somewhere or learn something instead of just arriving. Just accepting the journey and arriving there when it's divinely ready. And it's different because you can learn all fucking day, but until you experience it, you're not going to feel it. It's not going to resonate. It's not going to be a reality. So I took a step back on learning as far as like the way other people perceive reality. You have to go through that shit. but it's May 25th, maybe 26th now, and the way I imagine myself is I'm walking in alignment with the reason that I came here. And the spiritual path is difficult, bro. It's very difficult. The facade is certain people that are spiritual that show you the aspects of spirituality as nothing but love and good, when it's the fucking journey. It's a journey. It's a journey. You have to unlearn, you have to relearn, you have to learn again, like a million fucking times. And not one person can say that's easy. If it was easy, we're not playing the fucking game on easy mode. I damn sure tell you that. Because everything in this reality is to go against what we're supposed to do and accomplish. Deep down, accomplish. But at the end of the day, every single day I see, like, I really am grateful. Just grateful. This is going to be the mark of a really crazy, abundant time for me. I ever just feel like somebody's watching y'all, because someone fucking probably is. Come over here and have a conversation. Currently at a church, just vibing. But you know, there's nothing you can't accomplish. Go within to get without. Nothing external adds value. Remember that. Nothing external adds value. The value will always be within thyself. Release the things that no longer serve your higher self, whatever that may be for you. Everyone's journey is unique here, so I can't judge you on what it is, but I know what mine is. We're literally all unique universes. We're all our own unique universe. Experiencing this shit, bro. People are just like robots, though. Like, they're just bots. And I don't get it. But I do, though. I get it, but I don't. Because it ain't me. But I get it because we need that. Think about a video game. Not everyone in that motherfucker is a conscious player, you know? Some people are there some bots are there to help us, and some bots are there to fucking not help us. And once you see that, that's all this is a subconscious bot reality. It's like your eyes are open to the conscious players, and you attract and gravitate towards them. It's crazy. That shit's crazy. You're literally, but it's like the bots are like trying to absorb what you know to like feel. Like, they can't really feel. And but they're not even. biggest thing for me is like I've had experiences where people are not even fucking here. The present moment is all we have. Three years from now, I was wishing for the man I am now. Like, it's just the bricks a day. Don't try to lay a fucking brick wall. Lay that brick every single day, and I promise you, you will get somewhere. But for me to walk past another human and not acknowledge the divine inside of them, it makes me look at people like, are you even here? Where are you at right now? Are you accepting that you're here as a conscious creator, a hooper in this bitch? You ain't a fucking cone? Like, come on, bro. And that's one thing on me. I'm always going to be down to earth about humans and about nature. I've always been a nature boy. Call me a nature boy, baby. You know it. Shawty's I used to talk to, nature boy. You know it. I'm always connected with the divine everywhere I go. But I've been so aligned right now, bro. It's like I don't care about. I accept everything in a way that everything is what it's supposed to be. But like, for example, for me to go to a job and not even have the empathy to give another person hours because they're not doing a certain thing right, it's like you're just living for that job, and it's like, that's fucked. That's fucked because that's a human, that's a person that needs to feel other people, other humans, other souls, soul connections. But I want to read something to y'all.